Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and the new 4th season of Black Mirror on Netflix has raised the bar on making old souls like me even more afraid of technology. Ugh, hate that cloud. Yet in the midst of all this high-concept psychological torture porn, showrunner Charlie Brooker has included a few uplifting, less bleak standouts, like last season's San Junipero and this season's Hang the DJ, which focuses on a couple who meets in a dating service with preset expiration dates, or expiry dates. I'm gonna explain this mind-bending twist ending, the significance of the song choice, and a few other interesting details from this episode that you might have missed. And of course, spoilers ahead for Hang the DJ and all the Black Mirror episodes that came before it. Okay, so in Hang the DJ, Frank and Amy meet over a series of encounters through the mysterious dating app known as The System, which brings them together but also sticks them with other random pairings, each with varying ranges of expiry dates. That is, until they realize they're part of a massive simulation. The app's rumored 99.8% success rate actually refers to the number of times various digital versions of Frank and Amy were brought together, and out of 998 of 1,000 of those simulations, the pair successfully rebelled against the system to escape together. The episode's final scene reveals that those successful simulations translate to the 99.8% score that the app gave Frank and Amy's real-life pairing. Basically, this is like OkCupid or Tinder with 1,000 digital simulations of yourself meeting a partner, and 998 of those simulations defied authority, risking a horrible fate just to be together, suggesting that your odds of hitting it off in real life must be pretty good. And to be clear, even though those digital versions of Frank and Amy are similar to the sentient digital clones in USS Callister or the trapped consciousnesses in White Christmas, these aren't the same thing. These are simulated versions of Frank and Amy within this dating app, matched in 1,000 simultaneous experiments to produce a matched score. You know, slightly less horrific. Now, for this episode's deeper meaning, let's talk about the title, Hang the DJ. It comes from the song that we hear playing in the bar in that final scene with the real-life Frank and Amy. This is Panic by the Smiths. The story behind the song goes that songwriters Morrissey and Johnny Marr were listening to the radio about the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, and then the DJ randomly started playing I'm Your Man by Wham, which is a pretty dumb pop song. So the lyrics, burn the disco and hang the blessed DJ, for playing songs that say nothing to them about their lives, express that idea of rebellion against a simple but emotionally hollow system. Hang the DJ was actually on Charlie Brooker's playlist of soundtrack music for San Junipero, but it didn't make it into the final episode. It's really the perfect song for digital presences finding love in a virtual world. But this whole theme of rebellion runs throughout Hang the DJ. Early in the episode, Frank and Amy praise the system's simplification of the confusion and awkwardness of real-life relationships, but admit that a life without free will feels unnatural.
It's not like when it's all mapped out.
God, no. So much simpler when it's all mapped out. This is weird, though.
It really is.
From the beginning, their relationship is defined by their acts of rebellion. Despite not knowing whether it's allowed, they share their meals, they ditch their partners to reconnect at the engagement party, and yeah, they ultimately escape together. Most importantly, they decide not to look at their expiry dates. The prior knowledge of how long a relationship will last is essentially the death of that relationship. To instead choose mystery and unpredictability isn't just an act of rebellion and free will, it's an act of true love. All of these acts of rebellion are part of the simulation. They're structured opportunities for the two of them to eventually make their own choice, each other. And if you were looking closely, there were actually a lot of clues that the system is all part of a simulation. First, there's the routine of these characters' lives. As we see it in the episode, they exist purely for one purpose: to match and rematch. Even the time between relationships, they're exercising, staying in physical shape for the next pairing. And they can't remember their lives before this cycle because those lives didn't exist. Another interesting clue was the skipping stones. Throughout the episode, Amy skips stones on the pond, and at one point she makes this observation.
Have you ever had more than 4 or less than 4?
That's right, every time a character skips a stone in this simulation, it skips precisely 4 times. Never 3, never 5. This is a red flag of this world's artificiality. I also see some metaphorical significance here. The 4 skips not only set up that great callback of Amy skipping her coach device into the pool later, the fact it skips 4 times could reflect the 4 skips of Amy and Frank's relationship. These two connect a total of 4 times. The first 12-hour period, then the run-in at the party, then the 5-year period, and then the final goodbye that turns into their escape. Each time their connection ends abruptly before skipping to the next one and then finally sinking in on the final one. And I know it could sound like I'm stretching it, but I really do think this whole episode was structured as a simulation to encourage Frank and Amy to connect. Check out the system's logo. 2 intersected circles, kind of like a Venn diagram. These circles conjoin like the couples the system tries to pair together. But later, when Frank and Amy fight and they break up, this upward-looking shot looks at the ceiling design with 2 huge circles separate from each other. It's like Amy and Frank are going against what the system really wants. Also, when Amy gets paired with other men like Lenny and another match later, the framing includes this wall painting in the background showing a circle intersecting a square. This could reflect how Amy is essentially a round peg trying to fit into a square hole. Meanwhile, when Frank gets disastrously paired with Nicola, the 2 of them get framed with another awkward angular shape, triangles. I think this all amounts to some clever visual storytelling, depicting the system as a seemingly heartless authoritarian structure that is discreetly playing matchmaker for these 2 lovable circles, coming together as one circle in the final scene. Now, if encouraging them to rebel was the system's plan all along, does that mean Frank and Amy truly have free will? Maybe not. Damn, this is supposed to make me feel good. So looking at the episode in this light, here's my question for you guys. Does Hang the DJ have a happy ending or a secretly bleak Black Mirror style dark ending? Comment with your take down below or tweet me directly at Erik Voss, and follow New Rockstars on Twitter at New Rockstars for updates on our videos. Like this video and subscribe to New Rockstars for deep dives into all the stuff you love. Stranger Things, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, we got it all here. And if you really like us, you can contribute to us on Patreon. Big thanks to all of our donors, especially Kelly Hopper. Thanks for watching. Bye.